So last time we spoke, last time we went through basically the beginning of this book and covered module 2.3, and today we'll be going through module 2.4 and potentially some more. So last time we went over absorption. We went over a lot of the different systems. I think we covered every system. All right, so module 2.4, tissues. Most of your individual cells are grouped together to form tissues. Then tissues can be grouped together to form organs and glands. There are four primary types of tissues that comprise, line, support, protect, or control the basic structures of your body. Alrighty, your heart is a four-chamber holding and receiving organ with a system of valves that allow blood in and out. You have two chambers on the right and two chambers on the left. The upper chambers are called atrials, and the lower, larger chambers are called ventricles. Sorry, I can't talk today, apparently. The heart is said to be a pump, but actually gets its pressure from the lungs. Okay, so that's pretty interesting fact to know. Fresh, oxygenated blood comes from the pulmonary arteries. So the arteries you have in your lungs will get oxygen, will oxygenate the blood, and then this will go up into the left atrial and move through the mitral valve into the bottom left chamber, and then go into the body to feed and oxygenate and go back to your hands or wherever they need to go. Basically, picture your whole circulatory system. Picture like all your veins and capillaries being all the blood that's being pumped through it continuously, and it's just making its rounds until it gets back into the chamber where it can get oxygenated by the lungs and keep doing its thing. Not only are these capillaries allowing these areas of your body to receive oxygenated blood or oxygenate blood that's already there, but it also exchanges all these wastes. It's not because you have to add more shit to your body, it's because you have to get rid of that stuff. And a lot of times these pills are actually just full of heavy metals. Blood and chlorophyll are the liquid nectars of life, the life force condensed into nutrients, fuels, building and repairing materials, and the like. Without them, plant, animal, and human life would come to an end. All creatures in nature have some sort of blood or life force that sustains their physical body. It's a nice way to put it. So we got water, 92%, proteins, 8%. It tells you right here what proteins they are. And then the other solutes are just nutrients, ions, gases, waste byproducts, hormones, and neurotransmitters. There's a lot of the exchanges that you make with other cells when your blood goes through. When your diet is predominantly acid forming, your hormones become out of balance. Your food then ferments and putrefies instead of properly digesting, and excessive mucus and inflammation is produced. Your blood becomes toxic to your lymphatic and your lymphatic system becomes clogged. This is called disease by many. So let's go back over this just because it's so important. And amylase is basically really prevalent in like cows and animals that chew cud and eat starchy vegetables, but it is not present at all in a carnivore's mouth because they have no need for amylase because they don't do any alkaline digestion. Pepsinogen or hydrochloric acid. So this is what will lower or raise the pH of your stomach to prepare it for what it's about to eat, which your mouth is just informed it after starting digestion with amylase. So when we see, smell, or imagine food, this triggers a secretion of gastric juices. The actual presence of food stimulates the production of the hormone gastrin from the stomach, which in turn releases more gastric juice. Yeah, this is why you get happy, you almost get tingly whenever you see the waiter come through with your plate. You're so ready, you've been smelling it like your body knows it's ready. And not only is it like excited about eating, but I mean that's just like those are glandular glandular signals basically that your body is preparing to eat that food. It's becoming more attracted to you because you're more prepared for it, and your body's releasing all these enzymes for it. Cholecystokinin stimulates pancreatic enzymes and contracts the gallbladder for bile extraction. So hits up the pancreas. It's like, yo, needs some enzymes, and then hits up the gallbladder. It's like, yo, need some bile, and cholecystokinin. Fuck, that's gonna kill me saying that. Cholecystokinin. It's gonna do that for you. So shout out cholecystokinin. Make sure you wake up in the morning, you're like, yo, thank you, body, for producing some cholecystokinin today, so I can properly hydrolyze my duodenum. Make sure to say that in the morning. For people that still want to think that we're meant to drink milk, it's only your mom's milk. It's only till 3. There's been some studies about goat milk potentially being a good exchange if the mother's extremely unhealthy and can't lactate, but only till age 3 can you actually use that to change complex sugars into monosaccharides or simple sugars. So it's all about simplifying shit for your body. It's all about making sure that your body don't have to work too hard. So let's keep that in mind. This mixture of enzymes, which is pretty big spectrum, it's taking down protein, it's taking down complex carbohydrates, it's taking down fats and in various different forms. This mixture of enzymes and sodium bicarbonate is called the pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice has a pH of 8.4 to 8.9, which is alkaline. Way more alkaline than your tap water. Your liver has so many different functions that researchers still haven't discovered them all. The body is an enigma. Especially if you learn physics, you're like, okay, at a certain point, you're like, most of this makes sense, until you get to the micro level. And then there's biology, which is like, how are you doing all that? So yeah, it is definitely important to take care of this most precious organ. So if you're out doing questionable things in the evenings and you're wondering how does all this get in my body, how do I stay alive, your liver, so shout out to your liver. He's actually going into it right here. You can see from the above functions and processes what your liver does and how important it is to keep it healthy. That's why if you overdrink too much, your liver is first thing to go, because your liver is the one that's just fucking saving your life, really, from all the poison. And the only reason you even get to the point where you're feeling a different way is because your body is just so shocked that your liver can't even do its job properly. It's just catching up. As bile is needed for digestive purposes, it moves through a 3-inch duct called the cystic duct into the hepatic duct. So now what we just learned is tying right back into itself. We just learned about all these ducts that go on in the liver, all these ducts that go on in the pancreas, and now they're all coming back into play here. I wish I hadn't done that. Back into play here to help out with everything. So you need a lot of bile to break down large fat molecules. The gallbladder holds that. Your liver produces that bile, and your intestine asks for it whenever it gets, something fatty enough where it needs it like that, So that's a good little breakdown for you. Let's read the summary. Shout out Dr. Morse. If you're watching this, I urge you to go watch his stuff. He is still doing it. drmorse.tv, drmorses.tv. Alimentary canal, which is called the digestive tract, are formed from several layers of cells. The first layer is called the mucous membrane. It lines all passages and cavities of the body that have contacted with oxygen. This mucous membrane contains epithelial cells, also referred as mucosa, which secrete moisture or mucus to aid in the protection of the function of the respective organs. This is the protection of your organs. We also have the submucosa or basement membrane, then the connective and the smooth muscle tissues. Most of the mucus or the mucosa comes from the Brunner glands, which are located in the submucosa. And you know, these foods are really complicated, man. You know, we're the only animal that doesn't eat cooked. Every other animal eats raw, even the carnivores. You know, we're the only animal that eats cooked food. And when you cook something, you know, it just creates a stronger chemical bond. It just creates, you know, literally has chemical reactions and creates new molecules with heavier ionic bonds, electrons and all that stuff that are just fucking neutral. They're not ready to be broken down, hard to break down, complex. But yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna keep getting into that. I hope you learned a lot about digestion today. Please go back and watch the live streams so you can get the full picture. But really, just go watch Dr. Morse. That's the guy. Get it from him. Next time we'll be covering the lymphatic system. You know, if you know anything about me, I love the lymphatic system. Hey, lock me up. I love the lymphatic system. So yeah, get excited for that. Next time we'll be covering all that and much more. I appreciate you. Have a good day. Eat some fruit, meditate, learn something. But learn it from an old book. Don't learn it from the usual. Dude, make up your own mind. All right, love you. Do I?